What's up, YTPC? Grateful Pipe and Cigar here. And it's a Saturday morning. Beautiful. A little overcast. I'm enjoying it. Standing out here in my little outside work area where I sometimes do some work projects. As you can see, this table's a giant mess. And this is one thing I'm going to do today is clean this stuff up. Because I like to have this table out here to work on. Got a relight already. I'm smoking one of my favorite cobs this morning. Again, I can't remember what brand this is. I'll show you the bottom sticker. That's why I can't remember. I bought it used. I looked it up one time before I had messed it up even more, and I was able to find out the company, but I've forgotten since what it is. But it's a beautiful kind of a rustic looking cob. I love this color. I love everything about it. It smokes wonderfully. I'm smoking Sir Walter Raleigh in here right now. All right. So the point of this video today, as you know, is an answer to Chad at Yardism. He had a good question. I think it was his fourth question. If you want to go look it up, it was, what other channels do you watch on YouTube that are not pipe and tobacco related? And he only wanted 3, but I figured I would take his suggestion and kind of make this my own. And I'm going to give you, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 channels that I watch that are not pipe related. And I'm going to kind of try and go through them quickly. I've got them in several categories, but I probably won't stick to the categories because I'm not that organized. So the first one I want to mention is Andrew Klavan, Klavan. There are no E's in Klavan. And he's part of the Daily Wire group, you know, with Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh and the other guy. He's really good too. I can never think of everything, man. Something's really wrong with my brain. Whenever I'm on the spot, I can't think of everything I want to think of. Anyway, Andrew Klavan really talks about, you know, some religious issues, some political issues. It's kind of a contemporary weekly look at the world and what's going on. But he also, the part I love is that he's a scholar. Like, I'm really impressed with his level of literary knowledge, and he loves the classics. And he always finds a way to explain where we're at today from where civilization has come from, through literature and through different cultures. And it's great stuff, good stuff. So following along that line somewhat into the religious realm, Mike Winger, he does a podcast. Not a podcast. Well, it's probably a podcast too, but he does YouTube videos, and he is a pastor, and he likes to talk about thinking biblically, and thinking biblically well. And so he has really super good videos on different subjects, Bible related, and he just has a good way of reminding me the importance of thinking biblically, and also how to do it well, how to know your stuff so that you can refer to your base, and go from there, and not be confused or distracted or misdirected. Who else? I'm trying to put these in a category here. So I guess those are the two that I will watch that give me some biblical wisdom. And when the biblical meets the political, I kind of then I start getting into. I like Jordan Peterson. Of course, he's talks more about political stuff, and even though he doesn't admit it outright, the feeling for me is that for sure he's a Christian, and so he's got kind of a biblical worldview, which I appreciate. And then going into the literature side of all that, a guy named Malcolm Guite, and I believe he's a pastor, and he's also an author. He's a poet. He is a pipe smoker, but that's not mainly what his channel's about. Malcolm Guite loves books, and so you'll often find him opening a book and reading something and then expounding on it, talking about it. I love his old world feeling of poetry and literature, and I just want to get more of that in my life, and so I like to watch Malcolm Guite. Russel Brand is great for contemporary political stuff, what's going on and what you should know about the world around you and how it's changing and what we need to pay attention to. Also in that vein, and it's more of a I don't want to say anything bad about it. It's more of a daily take and maybe trashing on the crazy people of this world right now is where did it go? Is The Quartering. That's a good show. I like to watch. He's got a good, sensible take on the daily happenings of what's been going on lately. And then there's a few that I like to watch that are, well, I guess I've just got one listed here, about old stuff, and it's Townsends. And he likes to do like 18th century cooking, but then also 18th century other stuff. Townsends is a great show. I feel like I'm in elementary school when I'm watching it. It's got kind of a Mr. Rogers feel. It's really good. And then there's a show, and I haven't seen it lately, but I do like to watch it. It's Bushradical, and this guy goes and he's, talking about living off grid and what it means, what it takes, what it's like. That always fascinates me. I've always got kind of something in me that would like to do that someday. I probably won't because I have a wife and kids, but and my wife isn't into bush radical stuff, that's for sure. She wants to go to a hotel rather than sleep in a tent. But anyway, Bush Radical is a good channel for the natural side of living. And then I like to watch a lot of music channels because I'm a musician. I play guitar and sing, and so some of those, and these are ones that I do watch pretty regularly. My favorite one is Tom Bukovac, and he has a channel called 501 Chorus Echo, named after a famous piece of gear called the Chorus Echo. But Tom Bukovac is an excellent studio musician, guitarist, and he's blown up. He started getting into the YouTube channel stuff, ever since COVID. That's something that he started during COVID when everything was locked down, and he's done it ever since. Super good guitarist. He always has something new to share. He's always just playing from the top of his head. Sometimes he'll, throw in an old classic, but really good guitar videos. That Pedal Show is a good show for guitar gear. I love those guys. That if you're into guitar gear, they do a really good job of talking about, the upsides, the downsides, everything about every piece of gear, that mostly pedals, obviously, that you could be interested in. Tim Pierce Guitar is a good one. He covers a lot of ground. He's another studio musician that you've probably heard and maybe not realized, because he is on a lot of different recordings through the years. But Tim Pierce Guitar is a good channel. Aimee Nolte Music. And this is a woman who is a really good jazz pianist. I believe she's a jazz teacher. She also plays. I don't know how much music that she might be on that we've heard, but this woman, I was watching her channel. YouTube just suggested it to me, and she started me loving jazz music. Up till just a few years ago, I didn't see the point in jazz. It just sounded like noise to me, like badly played music. I was so wrong. For some reason, listening to her talk about it and then going and exploring on my own, jazz music is wonderful. And so she got me into that. Another music one for the pedals is JHS Pedals. And of course, he has his own company that he sells pedals, JHS Pedals. But he's a really entertaining YouTube video creator. And he doesn't only talk about his own pedals, he talks about all kinds of pedals. But really great videos about pedals. He's fun. He's a fun guy. You should go watch him if you like the pedal stuff. What haven't I covered? The Hoover Institution is good. Back to the political side of things. The Hoover Institution is kind of an interview type show where the host, I don't know his name, but he's a great interviewer. Interviews guys like Thomas Sowell and Jordan Peterson and just a whole array of authors of political science and culture and social science. Good stuff that I like to pay attention to. I think I've covered them all, and that's the next door neighbor's dog that you hear in the background. He's got kind of a loud voice over there. So that's it for now. I just wanted to share those channels with you in case you're looking for more entertainment. I've given you kind of an array of stuff. So I think that's it. I'm going to wrap it up and finish this bowl and probably pack another. And then I'm going to tackle this table and get all this crap off here and do some chores around here. So I hope you all have a good day wherever you are, and God bless. And if you want God to bless you, know who God is. Bye-bye.